Hello! Thank you for joining me for yoga today. We are talking about butterflies today. So I don't know if you know how a butterfly is made, but it starts off as a caterpillar, and the caterpillar goes around just like eating everything and getting really big and getting really lazy and slow. And then all of a sudden it starts to form into a cocoon. And after the cocoon is the butterfly. Well, if you're a caterpillar, you probably are not sure what's happening when the cocoon occurs. It might be a little bit scary and dark and you're unsure. And so you might not realize that you're getting ready to be a butterfly. And I think that this happens in a symbolic way many times in life when we're feeling in a dark or scary place and feels like, we're being wrapped in a cocoon without the ability to really be free. And what we don't realize is there's a transformation happening, there's a change happening, and that after the cocoon, there's a beautiful butterfly, and we turn into something even better that has more freedom. And so that's our theme for today's class. And we're going to get started in a resting butterfly pose. So you bring the soles of the feet together, letting the knees go wide. And then you lie down. And you might be able to just kind of flutter the butterfly wings a little bit here, and that helps to relax the hips. And then go ahead and bring one hand to your stomach and one hand to your heart. And then let your eyes close. And just begin to feel how the breath moves the hands. So you might feel the hand on your stomach lifting up as the breath goes into the stomach. And you might feel the hand on your heart lifting up as the breath goes into your heart. We're going to keep our attention there on our hands. We're going to imagine that our torso, the upper part of our body, is a big water pitcher. We're going to imagine that the breath is the water. And so we're going to fill up the water pitcher with water, with the breath. We're going to fill up the belly first, and then the middle ribs, and then the chest all the way up, filling all the way up. Keep breathing in like a balloon that's about to pop. And then we're going to empty from the top to the bottom, so emptying the chest first and then the belly. And we're going to breathe like this, breathing into the belly first, and then the chest. And then breathing out, emptying the chest, and then the belly. And we're taking some really deep breaths here. And deep breaths help us to relax. So when we're feeling any kind of uncomfortable feelings, maybe that's being sad or being upset or feeling a little anxious, feeling restless, if you take some deep breaths, it automatically tells the mind and the body to relax. It's a really good technique to move away from some of those uncomfortable feelings. Continue the breath, breathing into the belly first, and then the chest, and feel your hands lift as you breathe in, and then emptying out the lungs and then the belly. Take a few more of these breaths. For those of you who are just joining, we're in butterfly pose lying down, so bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees go wide. We're bringing one hand on the stomach and one hand on the heart. And we're watching the breath fill up the stomach and then the chest. Emptying the chest and then the stomach. And then we're going to reach the arms up overhead. We're going to bring the knees together and straighten the legs, long, full body stretch. Big breath in. And then take your right fingers around your left wrist and pull your left wrist over to the right. And start to walk your feet over to the right. So you're coming into a crescent moon shape, or you might call it a banana shape. So we'll turn around so you can see. I'm bringing my feet and my hands over to the right, and I'm stretching all along the left side body. And then I'm coming back to center, releasing that, bring the left fingers around the right wrist, bring the right wrist over to the left, and then walk the feet over to the left. So now we're stretching all along the right side body. Take some deep breaths there. Breathing into the side ribs, it creates a little more space for your breath, so it allows you to breathe deeper. And then we'll come back to center. Interlace the fingers behind your head now. Draw your knees into your chest. And then lift the head and the shoulders up off the ground. Inhale here. As you exhale, straighten the right leg and bring the right elbow to the left knee. Inhale back to center. Straighten the left leg, left elbow to right knee. And we begin to move like this, taking a little bicycle here, side to side. You can go a little bit faster. We're letting the core muscles, your abdomen muscles, start to warm up here. Breathing here for 5, 4, don't forget your breath, 3, might feel hard, keep going, 2, like you're pedaling up a hill, 1, stretch it long, big breath in. As you exhale, knees draw into the chest, give yourself a big hug, and it's this loving hug towards yourself. You're wrapped up tiny like you're in a cocoon, just like that butterfly or that caterpillar getting ready to move into butterfly phase. And draw your head towards your knees. Hug yourself even tighter. Thank yourself for coming to your yoga mat today, for doing something good for you. And then we'll begin to rock back and forth along the length of the spine. Back and forth, back and forth. We're going to try to rock all the way up to standing without using our hands. So let's see if we can do it. Get some momentum. And then plant the feet, lift the hips up. Nice, y'all. Good job. It's not easy. Coming to standing, and then bring your hands to heart center. Whew. Well done. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Bring the arms down. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. Bring the arms down. Begin to flow like this from one side to the other. Warming up the shoulders a little bit. Warming up the spine with the twist. And then bring the arms up through center, let them down by your side. Step the feet wide here. Bring the arms out, and then begin to take some circles with the torso from side to side. Like you're a helicopter propeller, you're cutting through the air. It's this strength in the arms that allows the helicopter to fly. So when you can get strong in yourself, you can start to fly over any situation happening in your life. Let the arms relax a little and start to kind of slap them side to side. Woo! Yeah, that's it. Let them bend. So feeling them relax a little. Nice. And then we come back to center, bring the legs back together. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, bend the knees and fold forward. Plant the hands down and step the feet back. Lower the knees down. Coming into tabletop, wrists are under the shoulders and knees are underneath the hips here. And we're going to take our cat-cow rolls. So, I don't know if you remember these from last time, but we're going to drop the belly down, lift the head and the tail up. This is cow. And we're going to round the spine and tuck the chin in. This is cat. So when you take your inhale breath for cow, lifting the head and the tail, sinking the belly, and your exhale breath for cat. And see if you can keep the breath and the movement connected. So inhaling as the belly drops, head lifts. Exhaling as we round the spine, tuck the chin in. And then begin to move the torso in some circles here, jump roping it, one direction. It's not really a right way to do it. I just want you to find a little bit of extra movement in the body as you start to warm the spine up. So you can take the torso in circles. You can also take the hips in circles, taking them in one direction and then the other. And it's kind of up to you how you want to move here. And that's a big part of yoga, is listening to what your body wants. And strengthening the connection to your body. Maybe you want to take a little side-to-side glance, looking back at one foot and then the other. And then we're going to come back to all fours when you're ready. Walk the hands out a few inches in front of you and then shift the weight forward, lower all the way onto your belly. Hands are going to plant by the hip or by the shoulders here. Tops of the feet are on the ground. Shake out your hips, relaxing the legs, and then lift the chest. The chest lifts the head, so it's like a little cobra. Exhale, lower down. On your inhale, lift again. Chest lifts and then head. Exhale, lower. We begin to flow like this, opening the chest, allowing the head here to follow the heart. And when you lead with your heart, you can't go wrong. And then we'll press back up to all fours, tuck the toes up, under, lift the knees up, and begin that little bear walk. So walking stepping one foot and then the other. Nice. And then we're going to take the legs straight, both legs straight. This is called plank pose. So nice long spine here, head reaches forward, heels reach back, and then right knee draws in. Take the right foot back, left knee draws in, left foot back, and here we go. We take it a little bit faster. So it's almost like that bicycling movement, but this time we're on our hands, so it's like a cheetah running through the forest. Go a little bit faster. You got it? For 10, 9, 8, 7. You got it. 6. Come on. 4, 3. That's it. 2, 1. Let the knees drop wide. Big toes touch. Hips to the heels. Rock pose. Rest the head on the ground. Catch your breath. And then a few more deep breaths to relax. You can walk your hands to one side if you want, getting another side stretch. You can walk your hands to the other side as well for balance. And then we'll come back on up to all fours. We're going to tuck the toes under, lift the hips, we'll find downward facing dog. So in down dog, we're trying to make a V shape with the body. So we find a diagonal from the wrist all the way up to the hips. And then from the hips all the way down towards the heels. And you can start walking your dog here, pedal the feet out, bend one knee, and drop the opposite heel to the ground. Nice little stretch along the backs of the legs, so just notice where you feel the stretch. Again, this practice is about just being in touch with your body. So you just start to notice the different ways it moves and the different ways it feels. All right, bring the feet together. Lift the right foot up. That's called three-legged dog. Inhale here. As you exhale, plant the right foot between the hands. Bring it all the way forward. Yeah, that's it. And then lower the left knee down. So bending into that front knee. You'll feel a stretch along the left quad, the front of the left thigh. So stay here for a couple breaths, and then straighten the front leg. So you're coming into a half splits pose. And then we're gonna go between the two. Inhaling, lifting forward, lifting the chest, bending the knee. Exhaling, straighten the leg, draw the chin towards the shin. Beginning to flow like this, you got it. Nice, y'all. And then we're gonna bend back into the front knee. We're gonna tuck the back toes, lift the back knee up. You ready for it? Bring the arms out to airplane. And then get light in the back foot, fly. You can do it, that's it. Nice, y'all, really good. Yeah, and you might wobble a little bit. Wobbling is actually good here because it helps train the brain to balance. Yep, it's okay if you fall, just get back up. And then bend the left knee, bring the left knee to meet the right for lightning bolt pose. And then fold forward. Nice. Plant the hands, step the feet back, find downward facing dog. Making that V shape again, pedal it out. Take the right hand, reach back for the left leg. Twisting. Yeah. It's a crazy balance. It's okay to fall in this practice. You just get back up. And then we'll switch sides. Right hand plank, left hand reaches for the right leg. Twisting. And then we come back to center. Bring the feet together. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, put the left foot between the hands. Here we are in that low lunge pose. Inhaling, lifting the chest, looking forward. Exhaling, we straighten the leg. Fold in. And we begin to flow with our own breath. Inhaling, bending the front knee. Exhaling, straightening. Good job. Yep. And then we're getting ready for that crazy flying pose. You ready for it? Yeah? All right. We're going to tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. We want to feel really grounded in your feet here, and that helps you fly the arms out. Yeah? And then once you're there, you're going to get light in the back foot. Flying warrior. Yeah, you got it. Nice, y'all. Wobble around, whatever you need to do here. Breathe. And hey, good balance. Then the right foot meets the left. Lightning bolt pose. And then we stand tall. Woo, nice job. We're going to come into another balancing pose. We're going to root the left foot down, draw the right knee up, and then take the right knee out to the side. My left hand's going to be on my left hip. My right knee's going to come to the side. And I'm going to take my right foot and I'm going to bring it onto the left leg. So maybe it's down on the calf muscle, down on the lower part of the leg, or maybe it's on the thigh muscle above the knee. So we just don't want it on the knee. Yep, good. And then bring your hands to heart center. So this is called tree pose. So really balancing on that left foot, then float the arms up, grow your branches. And then like a big storm coming, start to wave the branches. Feel yourself wobble a bit. Good job. And then the storm stops, our hands come to heart center, and we can close our eyes. See if that changes the balance. Woo! Yep, we all fall out of that one, right? And then bring that right foot down, shake it out. Other side, left foot comes up this time. Bring the left foot on the inside of the right leg, wherever it goes. And when you're ready, hands come to your heart. And when you feel balanced, arms reach up. Nice job, everyone. And then the storm comes and we start to wave the branches and it gets a little crazy and we might lose our balance. But we know after the storm there's sunshine. So when the storm stops, hands come to heart center. We can rest easy, we can close our eyes. And then we can release. Nice job. Coming back to the top of the mat now. Let's take the feet wide, turn the toes out, and we're gonna come into frog pose. Bend the knees down. and bring the hands to heart center. Yeah, so you want to try to get your feet to the ground here. So if they're not on the ground, you can come up like this, coming up a little bit. Otherwise, stay down here. And we're going to press the elbows into the knees here. Because a lot of times in this pose, we start to round forward and fall kind of forward. So we're going to try to press the elbows to knees to lift the head up and lengthen the spine. Awesome. All right, you ready for a fun one? This is called crow pose. So we're going to plant the hands down in front of us. We want to take the fingers, the hands turn out slightly like 11 and 1 o'clock on a clock face. And we're going to lift the knees, or lift the hips up. So I'm lifting my hips up, and I'm going to walk my feet together. And then I'm going to bring a bend in my elbows as I bring the knees onto the backs of the arms. I'm going to keep looking forward here. And then maybe one foot lifts. And maybe the other foot lifts. Maybe that's where we're at. Maybe both feet lift. And we take flight. Yeah, it's a hard one. Play around. Yeah, that's it. So you want to make sure your knees are above your elbows. So bring your knees up close to your armpits. The higher up they can get on your arms. See how high my knees are up on my arms? And then I can lift one foot. So my arm's bending straight back, holding me up. Yeah, good job. It's a hard one. Well done, y'all. And then we're gonna come down to butterfly pose. So after all the challenges we've just had in class, now we have this beautiful butterfly. So start to flap your wings. There you go. And then we're gonna keep the legs still. We're gonna lengthen the spine. Really imagine a string pulling the crown of the head up, grow long, big breath in. And as we exhale, we start to fold forward, drawing the chest towards the feet. Next inhale, we come up. We're going to take the peace fingers around the big toes, our first two fingers around our big toes. We're going to lift the right leg up. And then we're going to lift the left leg up. And maybe our legs stay bent or maybe they straighten. Balancing on our sit bones, we're going to gaze up. You got it. 3 big breaths. For 3. For 2. Nice job. And then with as much control as possible, land the feet on the ground. Woo! Well done, y'all. All right, bring one hand in front of you, one hand behind you. So legs are in a straddle here. And we're going to press into the ground to push the pelvis forward a little bit. That's going to help to deepen the stretch. Our toes are pointing up, our knees are pointing up. We want to keep those pointing up. Inhale, lengthen, and start to just walk your hands forward. Yeah, and it might be that you just come right here, and that's enough of a stretch. You might be able to go a little bit further, eventually bringing your elbows to the ground. Finding that stretch. And then let's see what's happening on the left side of the body. So start to walk your hands over to the left leg. Bringing the chest over the thigh, the chin towards the shin. Reach the right arm up. Twist. Reach the right arm towards the left foot. Lengthening right side body. Maybe one day it reaches the foot. Yeah, and then come back to center. Walk the torso over to the right leg. Draw the torso over the right thigh, chin towards the shin. And then reach the left arm up. Row long, twisting, and then left hand towards the right foot. And then come back to center. Gently guide yourself up. Bend the knees and plant the feet, hips with distance here. We're coming into altar pose. So feet and knees are hips with distance. Hands behind us, fingers are facing forward. We're going to press into the hands and the feet to lift the pelvis up. Let the head hang and the neck open up. See the wall behind you. Try to get the hips up in line with the knees and the shoulders. Breathe. Don't forget your breath. Big inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Keep your head where it is. Lower the sit bones first. Then lift the head. Then lift the legs. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the knees over to the left just to hover. Inhale back to center. Exhale, knees to the right. You want your feet off the ground. Inhale to center. Yep, side to side. So it's like a boat that's rocking in the waves. Side to side, side to side. It gets a little rocky. And then it gets steady again. We start to lift the hands up. Holding. Row your boat. Take a few rows on one side and the other. Imagine you're in the Caribbean Sea. You're rowing your boat all the way to the beach so you can start to build a sand castle, play in the sand, do what you want. Breathing here for 5, you got it. 4, getting closer to the shore. 3, pedal harder. 2, and 1, lower all the way down. Imagine you're on that beach just relaxing in the sand. Whew. And we're going to bend the knees and plant the feet hips with distance. We're going to press into the feet to lift the hips up. And then see if you can clasp your hands underneath you. So finding this like back bend here. Press into the feet, lift the hips higher. A little bit higher. And then gently release the hips back down, unclasping the hands. Bring the knees into the chest, find a little rock, side to side. And then we'll try one more back bend. So you can take that one we just did, or if you want to try something a little bit harder, you can bring your hands by your head and press into your hands and your feet to lift all the way up for a wheel pose. Wherever you are, 5 big breaths. Find your breath. For 5, remember it's okay to come down to this one if you need to. 4, 3, 2, tuck the chin in, lower back down. Bring the knees into the chest, rock side to side. We'll take the knees wide here. We're going to bring the ankles up over the knees. This is called happy baby pose. So you can grab behind your thighs, you can grab behind your calf muscles, or you can reach up for your feet and grab your feet. And then rock side to side like a happy baby, like a happy butterfly that's just burst out of the cocoon. And then bring the soles of the feet together, butterfly, and gently lower the legs back down into butterfly pose. So we are landing right where we started. You can again bring one hand on your heart and one hand on your stomach. Start to notice your breath. Let your eyes close here. See if you can be really still, like it's a butterfly that's sleeping. What would a butterfly dream of? Imagine that. Imagine your butterfly having dreams about flying over the most beautiful landscapes, the most beautiful houses, the coolest playgrounds. Imagine you have all the freedom in the world as this butterfly. You get to do whatever you want with your life. Go anywhere you want. Where would you go? And then as slowly and as quietly as possible, so you don't wake that sleeping butterfly, let the hands come down and let the legs stretch long. And shake out the body a little, letting any tension go. Open the mouth really wide, and then let it soften, close, so that your jaw can relax. Turn the head side to side. And then come back to center, letting the neck relax. Shrug your shoulders up by your ears. And then bring them down away from the ears so the shoulders can relax. Shake out your hips so the hips can relax. Shake out your hands and feet so the feet can relax. Taking some deep breaths here. Be as still as you can. I'll be playing a song. The words are Om Shanti Om. You can feel free to sing along. It just means peace. You can stay lying down and relaxing, being still. Om Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti. Sing along if you want. Om Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti. 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 I want to see you are loved. You are back to Om Shanti. Om Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti. One more time quietly. Om Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti. Allow your breath to deepen. And allow your attention to travel out to your fingers and toes and begin to just wiggle your fingers and toes here. And then make some circles with your ankles and wrists. And Then stretch the arms up overhead like you did at the beginning of class, full body stretch. And then knees come into the chest, big hug. Give yourself a big loving hug. Tell yourself, I love you, self. Thank you for showing up. And then rock and roll up to seated. Coming into butterfly pose, where we'll end practice. Coming back to this theme of just recognizing whenever you're feeling icky, whenever you're feeling whatever emotion you're feeling, it will pass. There is a butterfly after the cocoon, there is sunshine after the storm. So all you have to do is breathe deep, deep breaths. So let's take one together, big breath in, reaching the arms up, and exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale deeply through the nose, and exhale, let it go. So we'll end practice with Namaste, which just means that the light in me sees, honors, and loves the same light in you, that we are connected, we are one. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, Namaste. Thank you guys for coming to class today. I hope you enjoyed it.